How did civilian oversight impact Vietnam War military command? Have you ever wondered how civilian leaders influenced military operations during the Vietnam War? The relationship between civilian oversight and military command was complex and often challenging. Civilian leaders, including the President and the Secretary of Defense, had direct control over military strategies. This control was meant to ensure military actions aligned with political goals, but it often created confusion within the military command structure. At its core, civilian oversight means that elected officials hold ultimate authority over the military. This principle is essential for maintaining democratic control. During the Vietnam War, this oversight was especially intense due to the political sensitivity surrounding the conflict. Civilian leaders wanted to avoid escalation and unintended consequences, but their involvement often led to interference in military operations. The command structure in Vietnam was not straightforward. The United States Military Assistance Command, Vietnam, was responsible for directing over 500,000 troops. This command operated under the Commander-in-Chief, Pacific, and was influenced by various civilian agencies and the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Military leaders had to balance their operational needs with civilian directives, which often prioritized political considerations over military objectives. One notable example of civilian micromanagement occurred during the Mayaguez crisis. In this situation, rushed decisions from civilian leaders nearly resulted in disastrous military actions. Military commanders preferred to have the freedom to adapt to battlefield realities, but excessive civilian oversight created friction. From a civil-military relations perspective, the situation reflected a common challenge. Civilian leaders must monitor military actions to ensure they align with political goals. However, too much oversight can hinder military effectiveness. In Vietnam, the lack of a clear strategy that integrated civilian aims with military tactics made matters worse. Military leaders often sought larger forces and clear objectives focused on defeating the enemy, while civilians pursued broader political goals, leading to conflicting priorities. The command complexity increased with the involvement of multiple service branches and allied forces. Each had its own command arrangements, adding layers of coordination under civilian oversight. For instance, naval forces in South Vietnam were operationally controlled by the Military Assistance Command, Vietnam, but also had to coordinate with the 7th Fleet and Marine commands. In practical terms, civilian oversight during the Vietnam War highlighted the challenge of balancing political control with military effectiveness. It showed that civilian leaders need to provide clear strategic guidance without interfering in tactical decisions. This allows military commanders to operate effectively. The experiences from Vietnam influenced later United States military doctrine, emphasizing the need for a well-defined strategy that integrates civilian objectives with military operations while respecting the expertise of military commanders. Civilian oversight impacted military command during the Vietnam War by imposing political constraints and micromanagement. This complicated command structures and operational execution, reflecting the broader challenges of civil-military relations in a politically charged conflict.